Hi guys, welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next week today we're going to be taking a look at a figure from the Gaming Greats line of the Vintage Collection, and that is this one here. This is the Scout Trooper. This is a different type of Scout Trooper, as you can clearly see. But before we look at this figure properly, we'll take a look at the packaging this one comes in. As you can see, this one's based off Jedi Fallen Order, as noted in the corner there. As Hasbro do often do, their gaming figures that are from games are a little different to ones from the main movies. But it's a good card back as seen there, with the Scout Trooper in action with the Electro Staff. The things are a bit of a bitch to fight in the game. I have played through it. You sort of encounter them, and I think it was Zepho you encounter them, and just on other planets around, including Kashyyyk as well. They can sometimes be difficult to fight. The ones with the orange pauldrons are harder to fight. But on the back there you can see other figures that are available in the wave. These being from the Purge Trooper. That one's from Jedi Fallen Order as well, I believe, while the Shadow Trooper is from the Force Unleashed. I can't remember where the Heavy Infantry Battle Droid was from though, so I might have to quickly look back at my details there and find that one there. But as of course you do get the little Gaming Greats logo there, revealing that it's just sort of a different style of figures because it's not from one of the movies or the comics or a TV show. They just do it a little different with these. They even did it with the Black Series. I gave you a look at Cal Kestis from the Black Series a while ago, some time back, and that even had Jedi Fallen Order noted on the side as well. But this is a good looking card back, and it's a good game as well, Jedi Fallen Order. So it's good to see a few figures coming out of the game in the Vintage Collection. I do apologise for that dog barking there, but that is just what we have, and I do like this card back definitely for one in the Vintage Collection. Now we take a look at the Scout Trooper figure now. Now as you can tell, it is a bit different to the Scout Troopers that you would usually see in Star Wars in scenes such as in Return of the Jedi, in the Battle of Endor, or that scene from The Mandalorian where they are dispatched after Grogu and capture him from Queel. So that's what we have there. And the differences being that there is the gear, the sort of armour gear that he has over his shoulders here. It's sort of like a weapons belt that he has attached to him. The whole thing is sort of attached on. You can't really take it off from what I know so far. So that is all sort of fastened onto him as seen there. And the weapon, instead of the small blaster pistol gun, is sort of a mini Electro Staff. So they took a page out of Grievous's Bodyguards and used these things in combat as well. You can remove the little lightning part from the top there, so you can even have it without the Electro Staff on it as well. And you just get a little bit of lightning on the top there to sort of indicate that it is in use. So that's a good thing that we have there. I'll just quickly attach it back on. So yeah, these things usually come at you in the games, and you just sort of have to get them at the right point, block from them, and then just strike them down. That's just how most games are in Star Wars. But other than that, it's all a really well sculpted Scout Trooper, because I think they've just taken a basic Scout Trooper figure mainly, giving it a little upgrade with articulation wise and all that, and then giving it this gear, because it is a little different from other Scout Troopers we've had in the past, to try and make it a brand new thing. But I just think they've taken some old parts just to make it be like that. You do get the ball jointed head, but of course it's really newly sculpted. It does move around really much more freely as well. You get the ball hinged shoulders and elbows, the swivel forearms, the ball jointed torso, the ball hinged hips, ball hinged knees, and ball hinged ankles. This thing would go good on a speeder bike if you have one. You can get it on there well. But other than that, he just goes well in combat. With although we haven't had a Cal Kestis yet in the 3 3/4 inch scale, there's always a chance there could be one down the line. So you can maybe get him fighting Cal Kestis, or you could even have it with Luke Skywalker or Kanan Jarrus or someone like that. Have them fight off these things, because I think that would really match up well. But yeah, that's what this has. I think these were cool characters to fight against in Jedi Fallen Order, and these ones and the figure just makes it all the more worthy of what to have. So that's what comes from just having a few Gaming Greats figures as well in the collection. I saw this one, and I think it was just the one I was most intrigued by when it came to these figures. I'll look into getting a few of the other ones as well, I think, just to have the odd Gaming Greats in the collection, just for the sake of it, yeah. But that's what these have. I mean, and they're just as good as any other movie figures. That's what they are. But they're just sort of the specific type that you'd only see in the video games, really, and maybe in some of the comics further down the line. But they originate in the video games, and there's always been some good ones. The one unfortunate thing about this is there wasn't a blaster pistol included, because Scout Troopers usually keep their blaster pistols in the little holster by their leg. I do have a plain one back on my shelves back there, so that does have the main blaster pistol that would go in the holster there. So that was the main thing. I think it's a shame Hasbro didn't include one as well, because I could have had him wield that in the other hand, or just kept it in the holster there. So there's a little letdown from that one. I think we could have had another blaster pistol just in case you wanted to pose him with that rather than the electro staff. But other than that, he's a great figure to have. He really is what you want from one of these gaming great figures. And if you're a Scout Trooper collector, you just want a bit of an army build, this is just one of those ways to go. Just if you if you're building an Imperial army of anything really, this is one of those ways to go. Just everything on it, everything on this helmet is sculpted well. On the back, they've got all the gear. As I said, it's not removable. At least I know it's as far as I know, it's not. So, if it turns out it is, I will post an updated picture of it. But I don't think I really don't think it is. But everything else, all the different armors and all the different spots, it really sits out well for being the figure it needs to be. So yeah, that's the Jedi Fallen Order Scout Trooper, as you've seen there. It's all very well detailed. I will leave you a link back down in the description to Star Action Figures, where you can buy this one. It's a 3 3/4 inch scale, as I said, vintage collection. So you can display it among 3 3/4 inch figure collections if you have them. And I'll also just leave links to just places where you can get him really and pick him up. As I said, I picked the Scout from Forbidden Planet, so I was glad to have a hold of him when I got him, and he really suits the collection well. That's what I could say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at the Jedi Fallen Order Scout Trooper. As I said, once again, I'll leave a link to where you can buy him in the description below. And I'll also leave a link, and also drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next review.